Okay, here's another game. This game was really short, so I'm just going to go through the moves. It's only 14 moves, but I think it'll show what happens when you do not do a actual analysis. Okay, let's get started. I was actually playing white, and just for to show you some more information about the DGT electronic board and Fritz 14, if you want to switch the sides that the colors are showing on, use this icon at the top, and now black is at the bottom. Now white is at the bottom. I was playing white, so I'm showing it at the bottom. The infinite analysis is on, and of course the longer you run the analysis, the better analysis you get. But this game really didn't get out of the opening, so we don't have to run it for very long. Okay, e4, e5, f3, normal moves, and of course we all know, if you looked at any of the other recent games that were posted, I've been working on my Rue Lopez. This is not the main line. This is a very popular variation. Sometimes black plays d6. In this particular game he played c5 with the bishop, which I think is a more popular move. Here the recommendation is actually on my computer that's strictly devoted to openings is c3, and I kind of like c3. The infinite analysis is suggesting knight takes e5, which is also very interesting. Under normal play I would just really play d3, but I'm trying to learn more about this particular opening. The analysis has 0.15 in favor of white, so that's not bad. I did play d3, and the computer has the analysis at even. Of course I did that to stop the bishop from pinning my knight. Castled, and that's very important, especially for beginners, because they refuse to castle. They just leave their king in the center of the board. And when you're playing another beginner, it really doesn't matter that much. But if you're trying to improve and advance, you play an intermediate or advanced player, they're just going to blow open the center and catch your king right in the center. Now this is very important. I played queen e2 to get my queen off that file and to play my rook over on that file and possibly play d4 at some point, or c3 and d4 at some point. And this is just the plan that I have, so having actually put the moves in order to achieve that, it's not a very bad move. It's still game is even in accordance to the computer, or according to the computer. Now this move is the one worthy of discussion. I've often seen this knight go to a5 in similar positions, and I've always wanted to take off the pawn at e5. I've never actually done it because as you do deeper and deeper analysis, for whatever reason I didn't think it was an appropriate move. But here I'm just playing a computer and I'm playing to learn, so I decided to take the pawn off. Now in the prior positions where I analyzed this, which were usually actually in competition, the queen is on e1. That makes all the difference. I'm sorry, on d1. That makes all the difference in the world, the queen being on d1 as opposed to e2, and you'll see why. So after looking at the position again, this is a 3-minute game, so you don't have all day to do it. I just made the decision based on wanting to see what type of advantage black could get if the knight at f3 were to take off e5. If I have looked at the position, really studied it, instead of relying on past analysis, I would have known that it was a really, really bad move. But let's go through it. I'll give you a couple of seconds to see if you can find the appropriate move in this position. Okay, your seconds are over. He's attacking my queen. The bishop has the pawn pinned to the king. He's attacking the queen and the rook. Now what I was thinking quickly is I would take his knight off and attack his queen, but his take comes with check. That makes all the difference in the world. Now if the queen was still on d1, not only could he not take the queen, but he couldn't take it with check. So everything's fine. This move is not possible. He could have went to f4, but if the queen is on d1, that move still isn't possible. With the queen here, it would still be a reasonable move. So let's see what happens from here. Of course, once I saw that, I said, oh man, I'm in trouble. And actually, I saw it after I made the move e5. And that happens a lot. After you make your move, you relax, you can see the board clearly, and all kinds of good moves are just there. Why didn't I see that before I moved? So the lesson there is that as best you can, stay relaxed, stay comfortable, and the moves will just come to you. You don't have to force it. If you try to force it, you usually can't see the board as well. So let's see what happens from here. I, of course, saved my queen, but now he attacks the queen. That's a basic principle. One of the things that you want to look at when your opponent has exposed his queen, is will attacking that queen give you an advantage of any kind? Usually the advantage is you win tempos, which helping your development. Here, he attacks the queen because I looked at this position quickly. I thought I could take his knight off, but now that it's happened and I'm committed, I realized he would fork my queen. So I had to think of something else. I had to think of it really quick because I wasted a lot of time deciding whether or not to take that pawn in the first place. I bring my queen back. I'm already down by 4 pawns. And being down by 2 pawns is, is winning for your opponent. Being down by 1 pawn is, it's going to be a tough game for you to try to hold on to a draw even. 4 pawns, it's resignable. But you don't know that because you don't have the availability of the computer. So the next move, he's already started attacking. You might as well finish the attack. I didn't know that was the next move. That's interesting. Oh, it must be bad time. But in any case, he takes the pawn off, and my position is so bad that I can't even take advantage of this. So the computer suggests f takes g3. I did not want to do that and allow for this discovered check. Now looking back on it, it's probably better because he can't really use that discovered check to get my queen. Let's see what I did. Brought my bishop back. That's bad. He didn't have anything to do with the attack that I was under. At least if I take his knight, I get a knight for it. In any case, he's pressing my queen. If I take him off with my pawn, then that other queen comes in, and I think that that's forced mate. I doubt if I can find a way out of that. The suggestion made is queen takes g4. Which is a lot better than what I did. But even then, queen takes g4. Check. Move up there. Oh, okay. Queen takes, knight checks, king moves to h2, the other knight checks, and that's checkmate. So if I take off that bishop when that knight checks, I just gotta come back and give up my queen. I know I didn't want to do that, so let's see. Oh, well, didn't have a choice, did I? Yeah, that's checkmate, isn't it? Can't go there. Oh, it does have a move. I think in this position my time must have ran out, or material loss is pretty high. And after I stepped back there, bishop takes him off at f2, and that has to be a mate, or I'll have to sacrifice my queen. And it's not really a sacrifice, I'll have to give up my queen. Okay, well, that was a quick and to the point game. Till the next game, take care.